We're starting with Power BI. If we install Power BI, and to start with it for the first time, if we create a desktop shortcut, you'll be able to see it on the desktop. But if it's not, you can just simply search for it. Search for Power BI. Like me now, it's one of the recent app I use, so it's already here. So you click on it, and then you launch it. I already launched it, open. So I'll come here. So this is Power BI, but let me show you how it will open for the first time. Yes, when you open it new, this is how it appears. So it's giving you, here now is asking you to create a blank report. This is why you can, if you click here, you take it to where you start working the book. Here now is giving you that it's recommending for you to read this. This is a kind of a reading introduction. You read about the introduction to Power BI. So if you click on this, it will open in the browser. It's telling you that this content is viewed on the web. So if you click open, so it has opened. So it's getting started or get started building with Power BI. So the tutorial is, you click on start here, and then you read through this introduction. This introduction is 1 minute. You can take 1 minute to read, and when you do, you click complete mode. So you read through all of the introduction. So it's about 6 units. This is unit 1. So you take time and go through that. So now, going back to the app. So if I click on blank report here now, it will now open. This one you can see is I'm already working on something. So, but I'm opening a blank one now so that we can see everything fresh. So this is the interface here. This place now is where is this being displayed now? This is a visualization pane where you create your visuals. But before you create visual, you have to create before you create your reports, you have to upload data. And to upload data, this is where you come in. You click on look at these places, connect to data from multiple sources. So if you click on this drop down arrow here, you can see different sources of data you can load. You can load Excel with book. You can load different data, CSV or text file. You can load data from the web or from a database. So now that is where I will come back to loading the data. Here now, this is the report view where we are. This one now is a table view. This is a table view. If you load data, if you click here now, you will see the tables in the data. Like here, we have not loaded any data, so there's nothing. Here now is the model view. If you load more than 2 tables, the table will be modeled like this. You see it something like this one. Here is the DAX. This DAX means data analysis expression. So here you run some calculations and so. So let me go back here so that we load a data set and see how we can work with it. So here now, let's load data from Excel. If I click on Excel workbook, the thing is, let me close the other one that I opened. Let me close this one because it's making it to be slow. Yes, I close that one. So if you click on Excel workbook, and then you come to you click on connect. So it will take you to where you have your data set. So that particular data, so you search for data that you want to load. So let me look for a data. Let me load this bank performance data. So I'll click on this data and click open there. So these are the tables in the data. If you want to load only one of them, you click only that one. But if you want to load all of them, you click all these data. This is January, February, March, April, May, and June. So this data was collected for different months. It's a report or it's a monthly report for 6 months, the quarter. So here now you can click on load or you click on transform. I told you before that, I told you about Power Query. The Power Query is available in Power BI and Excel. So we use Power Query in Excel. So here now in Power BI, for you to load to use the Power Query, you click here. When you select your data, you click on transform. You now load it. You now open the Power Query editor where you can. So if you click on this transform here now, it's now opening the Power Query. So this is the Power Query. These are the tables we selected. These are the data we have selected. So now what we will do here what we use the Power Query in this case is that this data now is we want to merge the data. We want to merge them into so that it will be a single data. So like this January now. January has about
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm just coming. Don't be angry. And there's that first part you're trying to like put us through. I don't know what we're doing there.
Which place?
The beginning, like you were saying, Excel something like you're putting from the beginning. That's what you were saying there.
I can't remember what I was saying.
I mean, from the beginning, like I said, can you please explain that beginning part for me? Thank you.
The beginning is that Power Query interface here. I have to cancel this one because it will not give me. So let me cancel the Power Query. I'll come back to it again. Do you want to apply changes? Not now. So this is the Power Query. This is the Power BI interface. So here, this place is where you load different data. You connect to different data sources. Where I am pointing at this place. If you click on this arrow down here, it will give you different sources. You have Excel, book, Power BI, semantic model. You have different data sources that you can load into the Power BI. And then here, this place that we are, this is the report view. This place that what you are seeing here, when we start creating visuals, the visuals will be displayed here. Look at them. Look at the visualization by the side here. So if you click on any of the visuals, To create a visual, you simply click on it. So like here now, if you click on this, you can see the pie chart being displayed here. So you now apply the data that you want to apply on it. So if you click on blank report, it will now take you to this place. It will take you to, let me remove this one. We have not come to this yet. Let me remove this that is here. So this is the visualization pane where you create your visuals. Here is the data model where you see your model. When you create a model, we have not created any model. Here is where you do data calculation. That is called DAX, mean data analysis expression. And so now coming back to this place here, to start working with data, you click here and then select the source of the data. Like here now, we want to load Excel data. So if I click on Excel workbook, it will now take me to my text, to my computer here. And this is the particular data I want to do, this bank performance data. So I click here and I open the data. So when it opens, I select it. This data has 6 tables. So if I want to select all of them, I will select. Let me select hierarchical. I started January, February, March, April, May, and June. So if I select these tables, now if I want to load it directly, I will click load here. But if I want to use Power Query, that was where I was when you asked, and I cancel it. You click on transform data, and this will open the Power Query editor. That same Power Query that we use in Excel is the same Power Query. So if you click on transform data here, this will now open the Power Query editor. This place here. So the thing has selected double. So I will have to delete some of them, or delete those tables. I thought that cancellation has cancelled that one. Let me delete the table so that they will not appear multiple times. So right click and click delete. So these are the tables that we have selected. So now I want to, this is this for January. We have the month. The month is January. It was started in 2025, January 2025. These are the branches of the bank. These are the number of new accounts created by each of the branches. These are the total deposits made, total withdrawals, total withdrawal, loan issued to customers, total revenue generated by the bank, and the total expenses. So the same column appear to all of them. So because it was collected monthly, the same data that was collected in January, the same data with different value collected in February and so. So in Power Query here, what I want to do is to merge one of the data. So here now we merge the other tables and join it together with January so that it will become a single data. So here now, this one has 50 data rows here. So if we want to click on merge queries here, we click on merge query. sorry, not merge, append. It's not a merge, it's not merge. I want to append. So I'll click on append query here. So it is asking whether you want to append 2 tables or 3 or more. So I have more than 2 tables. So I'll click here and then select. This is a current one, February, January. So I will select February and then I click add here. I will select March. I'll click add. I'll click April. I will click add. May. I will add it and then add 3. So I will click OK. So if you scroll down now, you will see that this table is no longer only 50 data values, but up to, that's because it is now into a single table bearing all the information from January to June. So that is how you can append a table that has the same columns. If the columns are the same, you can now use append. But if you want to add more columns, then you use merge. Use this first one here, merge instead of using the append. So that is a transformation that I'm doing on this data. We have already done data transformation in Excel. It's the same thing. You can split the column, you can change the data type. Okay, like here now, let me change the data type. Here now, this is total deposit. This is in monetary value, so I will change this to this. Total withdrawals, I will change it to this also. Loan issued, revenue generated, and total expenses. Then the other column like total deposit, yes, I already changed that. New account, this one is okay, it's just normal numbers. And then branches, this is okay, this is month, it's also okay. So now I will now click close and apply here. Close and apply. So it's loading. So now the data is loaded now. So this, by the side here, you see data here. You can now see the data. These are the tables that we looked. So this, it was that January. This is the one we made or we append. So these are the columns in the data. We have the brand, the expenses, and so. The values that are numeric, you see this sign of summation, telling you that they are summing the total of that value. So now, so let's create our first visual. But before then, if you come here now, if you click on data model view here, you click on this model view, you'll be able to see the model now. You can see this the data model that has been created. So you see this January now is now connecting those other modes. So January now, this table now serves as what is called fact table, FSCT, facts. Why the other ones that are joined to it, they are called dimension table. So you see, like here now, this one is connected to this by branch. Here to his branch, because if the branch column is in each of them as a unique ID. So it's connecting, it's connecting. So when you connect your data like this, you can see this type of connection is called one to many. Look at one here. One to many. There's one particular column that is connected to many other this type. So it's called one to many schema, data schema. This mail is not standing on it, or it's not connected because of the other ones that are. The mail, I don't know why the mail did not connect. So we can connect it manually. Or it's connecting. Okay, it's connected. So it's because the position, if I drag it over here, I can see the connection. So they are all connected to the fact table. So that is the data model view here. So the table view here, if you click on table here, you will see the tables. These are the different tables that we have in the data. So if we come back to the report view, we now start creating our reports. There are different reports, different visuals that we can create. We have here this stack bar chart, this stack column chart, cluster bar chart, cluster column chart, and so many of them. Pie chart, donut charts, scatter chart, and so. So one of them that we want to start, let's start with is called card. This card now gives you a summary. It's called KPI. It gives you the key, KPI means key performance indicators. Give you a key performance indicator of the data that you have. So here now you may want to know the total expenses made by each of the branches in summary. So if you click on this card, we have two of them. Let me use this old version one. So this card now will now appear here. So as you have click on the card, it has appeared here. So you will now select the data points. You now select the data that you want it to be displayed. So here in this one now, we want to know the total expenses. So you select this column of expenses. So if I click on this, you can see the value being appear. So the total expenses made by all the branches was 342.98 million. So now you can create as many of them. But before we create many of them, we can customize this one and then copy it so that we create many of them and then start customizing them one by one.
They go.
We now start doing customization one by one. So to customize this, first of all, you can customize the whole of this pen, the whole of this area. If you click on this, look at format your report page. Please, that person should mute. That person should mute.
Sorry, apologies. I wanted to talk before because before now, what you were saying was not visual. So I didn't know whether you were aware. So I wanted to point that out. But
what I was saying was what?
I mean, about 2 minutes ago before I was distracted, I wanted to say that what you were doing was not visual. So you were talking, but we're not seeing what you were doing again. So I don't know whether it's from my own side or whether not general. So I have to point out, maybe so that you can be aware. That's all. Apologies.
But you can see now.
Mine is that the write-up. I don't know today this thing. The speaker is okay, but it's the write-up on the screen. Some part look faded, something like that. I don't know if it's just from my side.
It's back on now. Just like, but my own side, I don't think I have anything with the visual. So it just came back now. So all I'm doing is, if anyone cannot see, you can just zoom your screen so that you can see closely or look, or just, I don't know. That's all. Thank you.
I think the whole thing depends on the network. If sometimes network comes and goes, so when your network is not working at that particular time, it appears like that. Is it Patience that is talking? Are you using your laptop or you are using phone?
I'm using a laptop. I'm using a laptop.
Okay, you're using
It wasn't
but the
like
visual
this
is
before. Yes, it's still kind of like faded some parts. I'm straining my eyes to see.
I think you need to restart your data or your router or whatever you're using, because I just log out and log in and I'm seeing clearly, and I can also hear him very clearly too. So I think it's your network favor.
all right.
Okay.
So everybody to try to position themselves in a way that will flow. So let's continue. So what I did is I created a card that gives us a summary of the total expenses made by that particular bank within that time frame. So this is the visual now. So what I want to say is that after we have created this particular visual, if you want to create as many of them, instead of creating many of them and be customizing them one by one, you can do the customization on this and then copy it and paste and then change the data. So to customize this, first of all, I say you can customize the whole of this area where these visuals are being displayed. So you can set the size of this. To do that, you come here. Look at this place, format your report page. So if you click on this, we have page information, we have canvas setting. So if I click on this canvas setting, we have type here. I can change the type of this. I can change this to custom. I will change this to custom size. So maybe like the height here now, I can change the height to 2,500. 2,500. And then the width, I will change it to 2,000. Or 2,500 also.
Please mute that man, he's distracting us.
It's my own background that the noise is coming. Apologies, please. So let me say this one at 2,500, and then so we can set it like this, or maybe I will increase this to 3,000. So you can set it the way you want. If you don't want a custom one, you can go with this, the default one, which is 16 by 90. So with this now, you can now I will now customize this one. So if I come to this place, this format your visual, if I click on this format visual, like this, I click on this call out value. So the display on that card. This I can change the font size. Let me use this one, the bold one, and then I can change the color. So I want, maybe I'll change the color to this type of color. And then I come down here to category label. The category label is off. If I put it off, that will disappear. Well, let me put it on back. So we have some of expenses there. So if I put I'll put this one on, and if I drop down here, I can change the font color. I can change this one to make, like, maybe let it be more dark, or any other color that I may want to choose. Let it remain this black color. I will change it to, I will increase the font size or the font type. So now I can also put the position of this. If we click on this and I click on general here, where I am, this is on visual. So I can change from visual to general now. Then this general now, I'll click on properties. So the height of this is at 280. Maybe I will change it to 200. And then the width is at 280 also. Maybe I will leave the width like that. And then position, where it should be positioned. If I click on position here now, horizontally is at 10. Maybe I will increase this to 20 so that there will be a little space at the margin. And then vertically it's at 0. Maybe I'll put it 100 so that that space on top I will later use it for heading, or even I'll put it at 150. So the 150 is too large, 120. And I will use that space later for heading of the dashboard or the report. So that is so if you want, I can change the background of this. To change the background, I will click on under this general right here. I will click on effects here. The color here is white. If I want, I will change it to another color, maybe to a color like this. But for the meantime, let it remain at the white background as it was. And then I will now copy it and paste. But before I copy and paste, let me change the background of the entire pen here. So if I click on this and then click on canvas background, I will change it from white to another color. Maybe some color like this. The color has not, you click this transparency is at 100. If I reduce the transparency, you will see you can see now the color, the background has changed. So if I want this one, I'll go with this. For now, let me leave it like that. So you now copy this chart. You click on copy visual, you right click on it and then copy visual and do Ctrl+V. So I will drag it. I will drag it and let it stay on the same. Let me copy it again. I will right click on this, copy visuals, and then do Ctrl+V, and then drag it and bring it here. Why the one I copy is does not want to stay the same height with this one. This one and the height, let me go back to it. The height is 192. Why this one is 208. So I will change this one. Let them have the same 192. So I click this one, copy it again, do Ctrl+V, drag it, Ctrl+V, drag and put. So now I have four of them. So I can now change their value. So this first one is sum of total expenses. So the next thing I can change to is total loan issue. So if I under here, this field here now, I will remove this. I will remove this total expenses and then click on loan issues. So this is the total loan. This is the total loan issues out. Then I will click on this one, change it from total expenses to another value. Maybe I will note the total revenue. I will click on this. This is the total revenue generated. And then here too, I will also change it to another value, maybe like the total new accounts that we created. So this is the total number of new accounts created within that time. So you can create as many of these and then have it within your report. Now, after creating that, another thing we can create with this particular data is let's now individually now let's see the total the account number created by each branch. So if we use let's use this start column chart to do that. So I click on column chart here. So the column chart has appeared here, and then in the X, this is the X axis. Look at it here. I will drag the branches. I will click on branches. The branches will fall under the X axis. Under the Y axis, I will now click on new account. So you can see these are new account created by the branches. If you want, you can change this to a line. So as I click on the chart, I will simply click a line chart here, and it will turn to a line chart. Or you can change it to any other chart that you may want. Or instead of a total account here, let me remove total account and change it to total deposit. This is a total deposit generated. So if we can now customize this and also do copy and paste and then change the other values. So here now to change this one now, to customize it, you come here again, you click on format your visuals. We have the X axis. The X axis now, if you click here, this is a color. You can change the color to another color. Maybe to a blue color like this, or to this same color that we use over there. And then can change if you want to change the title of the axis is on. If you don't want the title to show you, you off it here. So the title will be off. And then you come to Y axis. In the Y axis now, we customize the value, the color to this color, and the title. If you don't want the title or the Y axis, you also off it, and it will go. And then so we are done with the axis now. So we change. So if I click on general, we have the title of the chart. The title is on. So if I click here, I can change the position. It is standing by this at the edge here. So let me scroll down. So let it be in the center. I click here, so it will be in the center. if I want to change the color, then let it still remain black. Then let it be bold, and maybe I will increase the font to something like this. So that's the chart showing the total deposit by the branches. So if you are okay with this particular customization, you now copy it and change it to other. You click on copy visuals, and then you do Control V.
Sir, please, your background noise is disturbing. We cannot really hear you, please.
The place I am here now is in a public place. I actually cannot ask the people making us to keep quiet. I find it uncomfortable. I have to, maybe I will, if this thing will not stop, I will just connect class for now. Please, I'm sorry for that. And I cannot mute myself. If I mute myself, then you will not hear me. That's the.
Go on, sir. Go on, sir. Go on, sir.
Yes. So, so you can now copy it, and so here now, if you click on this, we can change the instead of branch here now, we remove the branch, and then use month. We want to know how the transaction will carry out within the month. This is a month, and this is the total deposit made per month. So can I do Control V again, drag this one, and change this one to another data type again. Like here now, I want to see the total loan. So in the sum of deposit, I will remove it and change it to, or maybe the revenue, the total revenue. And maybe change it from line chart to this chart or to this.
And I wouldn't make. Hello? Well,
let me increase the let's create another chart. Let me create a donut chart. I'll click on donut chart and then see the
you know how to do it? So then you tell them that
so here under this we have month, year, quarter. So maybe I will choose the quarter. So we have two quarters, quarter one and quarter two. Or I will use months. So these are the months, the different months with their total deposits. Let me reduce the size of these cards so that The way I'm moving this, I'm just using the arrow key. Just use your arrow key to, sorry. To move it up or down. You click on that particular chart and use the arrow key to move it up or to move it down. So this one is a donut chart showing the total with sum of withdrawal by month. So let me change the position of the heading. So I'll click on Format Visual here. Under General, I will click on Title, and then like here now, let me, so instead of saying sum of total, I'll just say total withdrawal. So I'll delete this. Total withdrawals by month. And then make it stay in the center. You click here so that it will be centralized, and make it bold. Click on this being bold. You can change the color of the heading so that it will be something like this. So let me copy this one and paste it. Let me change this one to pie chart, and then, but there's no other thing here that can be used to show in pie charts. But for the purpose of demonstration, let me leave it the same month, the same information here. This one is in donut chart, this one is in pie chart, but they are showing the same thing. But if your data has different features that you can show like that, can show. Let me also let me press it again and change it to another feature. So we have this. So this one now, let me change this one. Let me change it, that type to we have this one. This is called funnel. Let me change it to Control C. This is the one I want to change funnel. I click on this funnel chart and then change this to I will use date hierarchy so that it will show the whole of the date. So I click on date hierarchy. Okay, and I will use date. It does not give me what. Let me change it again. Let me use months instead. Give me the different months. So that's so now after you have created all these charts, you can now add title. You can add a title to your report. So to add a title, you come to insert here and click on add text box here. So you click text box. So this is a text box. Let's customize the text box. So if I click on properties, the height is at 300. Let me reduce it to 100. And then the width should be up to 2,000 or so. The 2,000 is too. Let me do that 1,600. 116 is not allowed. 156. So this is the text box. The position of the text box should be at horizontal. It should be 20, and vertically it should be 10. Let me increase the size manually. Let me expand it. So you can type here now, you can say bank performance report. Bank performance report. So if I click on this, if I highlight the whole of this, and then change the font type here to something bold, maybe like this one, and then increase the font size here to like 40, and then make it be in the center. So you can see it clearly now. You can change the, make it bold, and change the color later. Bank performance report. If you want the color of it to be different, you click on effect here and change the background color. Maybe it's something like this. Or you can use any color. Maybe a combination of colors sometimes my issue. You can use color of your choice in creating the report. Maybe let me go with this for now. So that's how you can add the title to your report. Meanwhile, if you want a course, if you want inbuilt template, if you come here, where is it? If you click on view here, and then here, these other themes here, you can select a theme, or select inbuilt themes. Look at different themes here that you can select. So if I select this one now, if you change the whole theme that I've created, the colors that I selected, it has changed to this one. If you want another one like this one, they give you this. So you can select as you desire based on this, or if you want to create it customly as a way. So you can select different inbuilt themes here to make your report the way you want it. So that's that is how you can create your report. So by tomorrow we'll continue with this. We'll create more reports, and as we are creating more reports, we will be working along with we'll be getting more familiar with the features. This is not the only thing we can do. We can create more beautiful reports than this. So tomorrow we use another data and then create another report. But before that, tomorrow I will send this particular data, and you will create this one the way I have created it like this. You select any theme of your choice. If you want something like this, you can select. If you want different theme, if you want to create customly the way I created initially, let me undo this one so that I will go back to the initial one I created. So if I do Ctrl+C, Control C. Let me undo until I go back to the G4 that I created. I mean, yes, this is the one I created by myself. These are the colors that I selected. If you want, for now, we are going to pause here. We have spent only 1 hour, but we have done something. So if there's any comment, any question. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank God for your health, sir. My concern, sir, like I chatted you earlier on, my laptop is a MacBook Air, and then I like the previous assignment you gave, I was able to use based on some of the video I've gotten from YouTube. I was able to transform the data into Power Query. But when I wanted to build the pivot table dashboard, I couldn't build more than one because it keep referring to my system that the storage, there's an error message like that. So because of that, the Excel we roll after a while to go off. So that was why I was able to just build only one and then submitted to during my assignment. Then now like this is Power BI, right? My concern now, you say you sent a video on how we are going to install this. I don't know whether the particular version that we're supposed to install, if it will be compatible with my system, because that is just my fear right now. I'm making provision to get a new one, but for now, I need to conclude this particular section of the classes before I can do that. So I don't know if you can give a link to what will be compatible, since I'm not using like a normal system, normal desktop or PC or this thing or laptop that can easily install this thing.
Okay. You say you are using Mac. Your own is Mac.
Yes, MacBook Air, yes, sir. And the storage is very low.
I think Power BI particularly does not work on Mac. It works only on Windows system.
It works only on Windows.
Yes.
Okay.
It works only on Windows. So maybe if you are able to get a laptop that is using Windows operating system, you can install it on it. But for Mac, I don't think it will work for Power BI, not others, for Power BI in particular.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you. I'll just be following up with the classes for the time being.
Okay. Thank you. Any other? Dominic, you raise your hand. Hello, Dominic, are you there? I saw your hand up. If Dominic is not ready, Favor, you also raise your hand.
Good evening, sir. Okay,
Good
so
evening.
thank you for this class. So, let me, at some point, I was not getting it at all. Well, I know that when I rewatch, I'll get one or two. So from the beginning, yeah, I did not know that you entered BI, tabular something. I don't know that you've left Excel. You're now on this other one. That was why I was confused. Like, where did you go to all those kind of things? And also, sir, I don't know if you did introduction of this. Like, if you like explain what this BI is all about, something. I don't know if you did anything like that.
Okay. Power BI is owned by Microsoft. The same way that Excel is also owned by Microsoft. It's basically for data. It's for creating our reports. That is why if you enter you can see, if you come here as we are working, all this environment is basically for creating a report in a visual form like this. That is what Power BI does. That BI means business intelligence. So Power BI is for creating, it was designed basically for creating business reports. You know, when you are in the business world, when you are talking about figures too much, sometimes people won't get bored. But when you create a report like this, that you can pinpoint, you can tell them that this is what happened at this point, this is what happened at this point, this is what happened. So that was the essence of creating that Power BI. So it's basically for data visualization, creating of appealing report. So by tomorrow, we'll continue with it. We see how we can make the report more interactive, make it more automated, and so on. So if at the beginning of the class, I told you that you can, if you open it, this is what will be displayed for you at the beginning. Can you see this page?
I can see.
And so here now, if you click on this get started here, getting started, if you click on it, you open, it will be open in a web page. It's being opened in a web page. It's taking a little time to open. So meanwhile, what I want to tell you is that when you open the Power BI, go to there, take a little time and read the introduction here. This introduction is written by Power BI itself. The company, the Microsoft, has written this. So it gives you the introduction, what are the basic use of the Power BI and so on. Another alternative to this Power BI is called Tableau. Tableau is owned by, is it IBM? I think so. What like this report that we have created in Power BI here, you can create it in Tableau. So we are coming after Power BI now, we'll go into Tableau. So that is the work of Power BI. So creating data reports.
Okay, sir.
Visual.
Okay. So I have another question. I want to ask that concerning the other Power Query that you're talking about, the other last class, the one you sent this thing was, I was asking that connection, like when you want to merge queries, and you said you have to join two tables together, like you use the region in joining them together. I'm saying, what if there's no similar like column to join together? What will you do? Or maybe you're having two separate data, like you said, you can get data from different companies or different organizations, and maybe both the different organizations don't have let me say similar data, like that region, country. How will you do about it? Like, how will you now match that kind of thing?
Yes, if the data does not have the same columns, you can. There are two ways. Like the one I did today, I use append. I use append because the data has the same column. January and February, they have the same column. The name, the columns are the same. Is the data that differ. So I want to extend it. Now I use append. But if they are having different columns, maybe now you have information about me. You have my age, you have my height, you have my this. And then I take another information about you, your age, your height, your blood pressure. So I will now use, instead of using append, I will use merge. So I will merge my information about me and information about you to be in the same table, but each one of them will stand on its own. My information about me will have their own columns. Information about you will have their own columns. That is when you use merge, not append. But if you collected my information today, tomorrow you collected the same information about me again. Another day you collected, so all the information you are collecting is still about me. So you can now use append to append the information you got today. You append the one you got tomorrow, and then the other. So that is how you can go about it. I don't know if you understand what I've said with that.
Okay, yes, I understand you to some extent. Though the other Excel Power Query you did not show us the append, or you did not show us the append. You only show us the side that you will merge like two columns together, and it's here that I'm
Yes.
now
And
seeing
today,
the append.
the time I was doing append, were you in the class?
Yes, I saw the appends you did in this one, so I don't know if
Okay.
the other one also have appends.
And what I depend the other data was I merged the data together. Today I do append because it's the same data today. But that one was I was taking adding different columns to it. So if you are introducing new columns, you use merge. But if you are not introducing new columns, you are only introducing new rows. You are adding more rows to the existing data. Then you use append. You understand?
Oh, okay. Yes, I understand. Sorry for asking this again. So I wanted to know, I don't know that we've left Excel like totally, right? Like we've left Excel totally now.
Not totally now, but we left it for now. But if there's any need to visit it, Excel, even now when the data we imported here, we imported it for Excel. So Excel can never be left. You understand? So, but if there's any question you want to ask about Excel, you can ask.
Okay. So I wanted to ask that from that intro you gave us everything, the explanation. I don't know if we did much of it like that in the practical, and also this the cleaning of data. I don't know to clean data, like once you've been given a data to work on, what's the first thing you will do to that data? Sorry.
Is to explore the data exploration. You explore the data, you look at the nature of that data. What is the data all about? Where is it coming from? Before you begin to look at, when you explore it now, you will now see whether there are missing values, and then you begin to clean it. So the first step is to explore the data. It's called data exploration, or you call it exploratory data analysis, EDA. You explore the data, you look at the mean, the median, the total number of columns, the total number of you explore. I'm trying to refer to Python. We have not started Python. If you like in Python, you do things like data.shape, data.describe to see the number of columns, you see the number of rows. And then you also check if there are missing values. And then you now clean them. So that process can be done in Power Query. That process of exploring your data can be done in Power Query. So when you load the data into the Power Query, you now take a look at it. You look at each column by column. In this column now, what is the data value? I mean, what is the data type? Is this supposed to be a categorical data? Is this supposed to be a numeric data? It's supposed to be a depth column. And then you put it there. If it's not in a way that it should be, you clean it. That is what we mean by data cleaning or data transformation. You change it to the state that it should be. I think that is what we have been doing in Power Query here so far. When we start Excel, we also in Python. We also look at how to transform and clean data in Python. So each of those packages has its own way of handling or cleaning data. People, I don't know if I'm answering your question or I'm confusing your question.
No, you're answering my questions, so maybe I'll still make use of it.
Okay.
Sometime. Thank you.
And let's continue as you mentioned something about the processes I mentioned at the beginning, whether we have done all of them in Excel. We did we did data, we did descriptive analysis. We talk about descriptive analytics. We talk about predictive analysis. Though I think even the predictive, we did a little of a regression model in Excel, but we didn't do deep. We do that more in Python. We create a predictive model that will predict. For example, now we predict a number of visitors that will visit your web page based on the data we have. So we are in Power BI here. Power BI here is not a kind of a predictive modeling type kind of. It's only for giving you a report. When you have your data now, you create a report that is more of descriptive analytics that you do with Power BI. Like what we have done here so far, all this that we're doing, we're describing the situation as it is. We are not making inference about it. We're already describing it. So Power BI is a kind of a descriptive tool, a tool for running descriptive analysis.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Olabode. Any other question? Benjamin. People's hands are up, but they are not talking. So that means I will end the class. Abu Gabriel.
Yes, good evening, sir. So it's Benjamin talking. Mine is not much of a question. I just wanted to say that I'm at work, and over here I wasn't allowed to bring my laptop to work. So I'm just going through the visual, the video, the
You are doing what?
training. So maybe when I have my family to my laptop, I'm going to do the practical part of it. So that was just what I wanted to say.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
This is Yusuf, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
How's your head, sir?
Thank God. Thank
Hello, sir.
Thank God,
Thank you.
Sir, I can see that you are opening different app for this each of this topic you have been treated. Hello, sir.
Yes, I am with you.
I say now. What I'm trying to ask is it that for every topic like this, PI and all those SS stuff, we'll be having different app for it? I don't understand.
Yes. Now we have Excel. We work on Excel. For now, we have moved to another software which is called Power BI. I thought I sent a video, or I thought in our introductory class, I talked about how to install Power BI. But in case you have not installed it, after this class, I will send or let me quickly browse through the Power BI installation. So if are we together?
I'm with you, sir.
And so let me quickly to install Power BI.
Yes, sir.
Can you see the screen? Can you see this here?
Yeah, I can see, sir. I can see, sir.
So you can simply say download Power BI or Power BI desktop for Windows.
Yes, sir.
It's basically for Windows, the desktop.
Yes, sir.
So when you can see it has opened here. So you click on install on Windows. So if you click on this, the boy that is talking, he may mute.
Leave.
The boy to mute the background.
Yeah, I was going to, I'm with you, sir.
So now you click on download here. You can see this download button. So if I click on this button, download, it will start downloading. I already downloaded it multiple times.
Yes. Okay.
It's taking a little longer now. It's a little, I don't know why it's taking me a long time, but after when you click on the download button, it will be downloaded. So when it download, that which has been downloaded is the installation package. So you go to the download, you go to your downloads,
Yes, sir.
your download folder, and then click on that installation package that you downloaded, and then you click on it, and then it will guide you. You just a step-by-step process, and then you install the Power BI. So when you install it, you start it, and when you start it, you will see the way we have been running it here.
Yes, thank you, sir. And again, sir, I've been trying to download 365, but what is giving me is all this online stuff that you'll be paying maybe per annum or monthly. So I didn't get downloading of that one too.
Okay. You wanted to download Excel 365.
Yes, sir.
The one that you are going to pay. You want to pay the subscription?
No, I need the offline stuff.
Oh, the offline.
Yes.
No, the offline one you have to pay. If you want to download the desktop version of Excel, that is the Microsoft, then you have to pay for them. But if you don't want to pay, then you work on it online. You understand?
I understand, sir.
But if you are ready to pay either monthly or pay annual, then you can download and then pay. Before they will allow you to use it, you have to pay. But if you don't want to pay, then you now log in. You just create an account with Microsoft Excel. Anytime you want to use it, you log in. Well, when you are connected to the internet, you log in and do the work, and then log out again. So that is how it works.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Any other question?
Good evening, sir. So I want to
Good evening,
know.
Gabriel.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, like we have different versions of Microsoft Office. Power BI, does it also have versions, or is just one? So I need to know that so that maybe
No, it does not have version.
Okay.
It does not have version. It's just a Power BI desktop.
Okay. It's all right. Okay. So okay. Anyways, I will have to watch this video again very, very keenly to be able to. Then my second question, anyways, maybe in the course of the class, maybe my question will be, because the one we did today is okay, very fine. So, but in a situation where you want to report maybe stuff like I want to maybe report an inventory, so that you want to report what is left, what is out and in and all of that. But I know that maybe by the time after tomorrow's class, I'll be able to, because right now I'm trying to, that's what I do right now. So but I'm trying to see how I can apply that role here. But it's not really adding up in my brain. Yes. So maybe until tomorrow.
Yes, one thing is that it's good to always think on how to apply what you learned to your real life situation. But before you think about that, know the process first. You understand? And know the process. That is why, like those of us that study mathematics, when they are teaching you mathematical step, or people will say, "What is the application of this step?" No, understand that step first. Understand the methodologies before you begin to think or how to apply it. So for now, understand how to import data, understand how to create your chart, understand how to customize it before you begin to think deeply on how you apply them to your real life situation. The data that you and already even this data that I've used, I work here. That is why when I start anything we do, I try to use a real situation. Like this one now is a bank data over different from different branches. So, or if you have a data, that inventory data you're talking about, you can share it with me so that we work on it together.
All right, sir. Okay, that's fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
So I hope you'll be sharing this data with us alongside the recording, right?
Yes, I will do that.
All right, sir. Thank you.
It's all right. All right, good night, everybody. I think at this point we end the class.
Yeah, good night, everyone.
Okay, good night, sir. Thank you.
Good night.